guys, and welcome to my kitchen, Midnight Munchies and more. I am your chef, Charisse, and today we're going to make vegan enchiladas using cauliflower. Okay, we're going to make our own sauce and everything, girl, because it's Cinco de Mayo. No, wait. It's 11:10 p.m. Saturday, so that's 50 minutes until Cinco de Mayo. So, sorry for procrastinating. I hope you see this in enough time in the morning so that you can make them for yourselves for Cinco de Mayo and take a shot of tequila, but don't drink Corona because that shit ain't good. Just get yourself like a good old, like, what is that flying dog beer? Do you remember that kind of tasted like Corona? Oh my god,
Numero uno.
Numero uno. Get yourself some flying dog numero uno, okay? And we're gonna jump into this bitch. Just like every cooking show, I already cut my vegetables. So I have a whole cauliflower and a whole purple onion or red onion, whatever. So what we're going to do is essentially we're going to make this like my crispy cauliflower tacos, but we're not doing the breading and the panko because we don't want it, because it'll just like get mushy in the enchilada anyways, you know what I'm saying? So we have made this way before to put on top of salads to like watch some of the calories, like get rid of some of those carbs from the oil, or I mean from the panko and all that. So we're going to drizzle this with some EVOO, and we're gonna mix this up so everything is coated. Okay, so the oil is not only gonna be super delicious, but it's going to help our taco seasoning stick. So I'm gonna start with some of it, mix it around, and then add the rest. Then we add the rest, and we're gonna toss this bad boy up. And I have a pan ready to go. My oven preheated at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're gonna put these on our pan. And what's gonna happen is, okay, so normally my crispy cauliflower tacos need like 40 minutes in the oven to get nice and like crispy tits, but if I remember correctly, and it's been a while since we made these, I say we make them all the time, but I guess it has been a couple weeks. Sorry for the loud sound. It'll probably take less time than that, so I would start checking them at about 30 minutes and make sure you turn them halfway through until they're nice and roasty toasty. While our veggies are doing their veggie thing in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and start making our enchilada sauce. Now, girl, you know me, I would just buy enchilada sauce because I'm a lazy ass bitch. But it's the weekend and it's Cinco de Mayo, so we gotta make a legit enchilada sauce. You know what I'm saying? So we have 3 tablespoons, maybe again the tequila, like Judgement. We have 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and to that I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of chili powder, and then I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So we're almost making like a little roux action here. So we're gonna let this cook down for a few seconds and let that cornstarchy flavor work its way out. So now we're going to add 2 cups of vegetable broth. This vegetable broth I actually made myself. Oh my god, you guys. I started saving my, what do you call it? Like the little bits from vegetables after I cut them. And I just keep them in a bag in the freezer. So I have a really big crock pot, and I took 2 large freezer gallon-sized bags of vegetable bits, and I put them in 10 cups of water in my crock pot, and I put that bitch on low, and I just let it like do its thing for like 12 hours. Boom, vegetable broth. Super easy, way cheaper. Hello, like free essentially, because what else are you gonna do with those extra bits of your vegetables? And then we're going to add an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. So this mixed with the cornstarch is going to help thicken it up as well. Then I'm also going to add a 4-ounce can of fire roasted green chilies. So I did not empty the juice out. I left that in there to give it a little extra kick. And then I have 2 teaspoons of cumin. I have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of coconut sugar, and 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. And again, before you ask me, as per usual, it will be linked below my full written recipe. But it's always more fun to watch my videos, right? Okay. So then I also have half a teaspoon each of coriander, pepper, and salt. And you can add more salt and pepper at the end. So now this is about boiling. So I'm going to turn this baby down and let this simmer for, I don't know, like 5 minutes until it's nice and thick. If it's too thick for your liking, go ahead and add more of your vegetable broth. I wanted to show you guys how you would do this if you're using corn tortillas, because if you've noticed, if you eat corn tortillas, that they fall apart really easily. So you want to warm them up before you manipulate them. But of course, Greg forgot the corn tortillas and got his flour tortillas, but I'm going to do it this way anyways, because it's like, it's what they do it at Chipotle, and like it's super delicious. So we're just going to like, we're not frying them, but we're just going to warm them up on each side for a minute. I have Pimela'd my pan. It's going to give it a lot of extra flavor here. So you can already see it's like a little bit it brown. And then if this one will do it, sometimes like the little holes inside start popping up and it's so fun. So definitely do this for all your tortillas before you start rolling a bitch. Now that we have everything ready to assemble, I took some of our enchilada sauce and I put it in the bottom of our 13x9, just a little bit on the bottom, kind of like how we did the vegan lasagna. And then we're going to take our tortillas and we're going to dip them. Oh yes, my friend, we are dipping them all the way in the enchilada sauce. Give them a little shake, shake, shaky, shake, shake. And then I have some parchment paper down here so we don't make a mess on the counters. Then we're going to take some of our taco cauliflower and onion, and we're going to put those bad boys on there. And then, so I was trying to get Follow Your Heart's Fiesta vegan cheese, but we couldn't find it. But Greg found Good Planet dairy-free hot pepper vegan, like a pepper jack almost, if you will, but he said it tasted more cheddar-y. So it comes in slices, but as per usual, take the slices and put them on the grater, and we're going to take some of that and put that on top. So this is actually, Greg Googled it while he was at the store because I was like, I don't know which one to get. Like, and it is actually apparently supposed to be legit. So I'm really excited to try it and see how it melts. But it's originally from Greece, like apparently Greece out here. And then this year it came to the United States. So I'm excited to try it. We did find this at Wegmans, which is about an hour away from where we live. But if you got a Wegmans, definitely check it out. Well, I mean, we'll see if check it out. But like they say, check it out. But I'll let you know at the end of this video. So then we're just going to roll these guys up because it's so messy. And we're just going to put it seam down in our 13x9 pan. And then we're just going to take the rest of our sauce and put it all around the top. And then we're just going to come in with our leftover cheese and sprinkle that bad boy on top. So I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to bake these just until the cheese melts, about 10 or 15 minutes. You guys, look. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who is she? Okay. So I already cut a little piece. I don't know if you can see. Okay. Because I don't want to do a whole thing. Oh my God. It's a huge piece. Whoops. Whoa. Whoa. Holy. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Let me show you the inside. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, let me taste this cheese by itself. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Girl, it's hot up in this kitchen. Greg put an air conditioner upstairs. I know some of you are like, don't feed him until he put in air conditioning. Well, he did upstairs. He just hasn't down here yet. And holy fuck tits. Okay. So, this cheese actually is really amazing. They have, didn't you say they have like a regular cheddar? They have a regular cheddar that I really want to try. So, we're going to try that next. But that enchilada sauce, girl, that cauliflower, like, oh my God. Okay. It seems like a lot of work because you gotta like dip your tortillas, and you certainly don't have to dip your tortillas. You could just do the sauce on the bottom and the top. But, ta-da! But it really develops the flavor and makes that enchilada sauce flavor go through the whole thing, which is absolutely incredible. That sauce is fucking to die for. Holy shitballs. But it's really fun to dip it. Like, I took ceramics when I was in high school because it was really fun to like get dirty and play with the clay, and like that's how I feel with this dish. Like you dip it in the sauce and like you're all saucy and like it's dirty and you lick your fingers and it's so good. Okay, make this recipe. Full written recipe will be linked below midnightmunchiesandmore.com. And you guys, don't forget, if you want to help support my channel, please visit my PayPal. Every single dollar counts. It helps me so incredibly much to make these recipes, and I'd like to get a good camera and editing and all of that, and I've told you all this before, blah, 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 blah. And my cookbook, because I forgot to say in the beginning, secret recipes from a vegan bakery. Thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, thank you for subscribing, and I will catch you next time.
Oh, good night kisses while he wishes and reminisces. His eyes kissing while he waits for the full moon above. Oh, ivory dove, passionate love. Listening closely, positioning my intuition for her nutrition and ambition. Get up. Like when you rise in the morning, rub your eyes in the morning through the skies in the morning. Get up. Like when you rise in the morning, rub your eyes in the morning, through the skies in the morning, get up.